Hey.
Cash flow, I got that. Haters, they can't stop that. A million different ways to hustle. Yeah, you should try that. Everything I got, man, I got it on my own. I don't never get tired. Hey, I'm bad to the bone. Your dog is sitting real high. Boppers almost break their necks when they see me ride by. Pouring on my body, yeah, I got to stay fly. I'm on my grind, man, I can't even deny. The diamonds pressing on the grain, wood grain, I'm gripping. My paint dripping. I keep a money cut, hell yeah, I stay sipping. Please don't mind me, you know why I'm just living.
85 cut though.
Who is this?
JD.
Who is
That's the
that?
bros right there. That's one of my boys.
Oh, because I
That's
clearly thought y'all was talking about Jermaine Dupri.
Nah.
no,
JD.
no,
Nah. Wrong JD.
yeah, no.
They love you when you're up, hate on you when you fail. Will it ever get better? Only time will tell. Until then, I'm sliding fast out the drama. Classic cut dog, Titans by Yokohama. Stacking bread every day. Hell yeah, I'm talking commas. Hustle hard is the mind brain. I get it from my mama. Golden diamonds all on me like the king that I am. Nothing less than royalty. I deserve to wear that crown. I keep it 100 till they put me in the ground. I've never been a snitch. I'll never be the sound. Our negative vibes. Please don't come around. This that quality music, hip hop without a doubt. And you good dog. Over through the city limits. Diamonds pressing on the grit. Wood grain, I'm gripping. And you hated by good dog. Over through the city limits. Diamonds pressing on the grit. Wood grain, I'm gripping. And you hated by good dog. Over through the city limits. Diamonds pressing on the grit. Wood grain, I'm gripping. And you hated by good dog. Over through the city limits. Diamonds pressing on the grit. Wood grain, I'm gripping. Man. Hold up, man. Shout out to the slab riders. 1985 cut dog riders, man. Shout out to y'all.
Hey, welcome, 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 everybody. It is another week of the hottest, most known, unknown, controversial. All of a sudden, everybody wants to be a savage. I didn't see that shit until we started hashtagging that back in 2016. Everybody is unfiltered. We unfiltered. Everybody want to be unapologetic, but I still ain't heard nobody like this crew that is assembled every week. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about the members of the Petty Crew radio show. Let me go on and put this shit out there. We've been established since 2016. So if your ass ain't been doing it longer than that, y'all stop biting our shit. I see it going across the internet. I ain't dumb. I watch this shit. I love it. I love it though. I like the fact that people want to pick, and that's how you know folks are looking here and there. And so keep on looking, because this is really just the warm up. This is really just the warm up. But with that being said, I am Boss Hog, one of the co-hosts of the Petty Crew Radio Show. Welcome again. Please make sure you like, you share this live. We have a great show tonight. We talking about nothing but relationships. That's going to be a first for this show. Everything is going to deal with a relationship, some aspect of a relationship. So we want you guys to chime in. We want you guys to give us your thoughts about, how, and what's going on with the show.
I'm so hungry. I want to see you.
Okay, but with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to B. And I'm going to let him introduce the rest of the co-hosts.
Yo. What's good, y'all? We appreciate y'all. And like always, Boss Hog giving us the fire intro. Got us sounding like the damn super friends in this bitch. So that's what's up. That's what's up. Before we get rolling, we're gonna our other co-host. We'll start with the lady down south in the South Texas, Diamond. What's good, baby?
Hey, it's your girl Diamond. I'm happy to be back in the house tonight.
Hey,
That's
hey.
what's up. How was the trip, love?
Oh man, y'all, it was awesome, but y'all gonna laugh because I went to sleep for 2 days straight.
Oh, wow.
That's that good shit. That's that
So
good vacation right
I
there.
was in the Bahamas, right? We went to the Bahamas, and everybody doing their thing. We was on a cruise ship, so you had the drink packages. The cruise shut down the bar, and can y'all believe I really slept for 2 days straight?
That baby was tired.
That baby was tired, but it was well needed, so I still enjoyed myself.
That's what's up. That's what's up, baby. Glad to have you back. That you got back safely and got you some much needed rest. Because on 2 days straight, damn, it's been a minute since I done pulled one of them off.
Yeah.
That part.
Now we just had our boy just chime in. Easy Ray, what's good with you?
Hey,
I think he might be.
Easy Ray is going to be a little occupied because he's in the middle of a meeting.
Okay, I see him. I see him. Just wave at the people, Easy Ray.
He on
He
mute.
gave the head nod. That's all we got. That's all we getting out of him. That's what we need. And then last but not least, and I say the kinfolk for last because my little cousin is old as hell today. So birthday girl, say what's up to the people.
Hey, y'all. And I made it another trip around the sun. Glad
Happy
to be alive. Thank
Happy
you.
birthday.
And the bestest month of it all, April.
Hey, that I can't
You ain't
because I'm April
born
the
in.
24th. So
You ain't born.
we got April
Talking about
on lock.
Yes,
talking about the
April is
best month.
the bestest. Know your history. We were the original first month
The
of the year.
original. And not to
Yeah.
mention our birthstone is a diamond, a girl's best
Okay.
friend.
Shine bright. Shine
Oh,
bright
here
like
we
a
go.
diamond.
Here we
That
go.
part.
Mhm.
Anywho,
I'm not even paying attention to the shit.
yeah.
Whatever.
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
shoot.
I'm gonna let her have it because
That's
it's
because y'all know
birthday.
it's right. That's why y'all not paying attention because we right.
Okay.
If we was wrong, y'all be trying to argue,
You
but
can't
because
argue
y'all
with
know we
that.
right, y'all just gotta be quiet.
I'm
Shout
gonna
out to
sip
all
my
the
tea
April
that I'm gonna
babies
sip
out
my tea
there
that
whose
ain't
mama
tea.
was getting it in July.
Yeah, I'm going to let you have it also. I'm not going to argue tonight. I'm not gonna
Oh man, at least not about that. I'll let y'all have it. It's
Yeah,
the month of
yeah.
April.
You might have
You
worn
know
the
what I'm
Hey,
saying?
sweater,
April
but
showers
we
bring May
already wore
flowers. Okay.
it. Okay.
What do
I
y'all bring?
Yeah. Hey, I mean, I bring in
Oh
the year,
man.
so there's that.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Whatever.
I appreciate y'all giving those shouts out. And we are the Petty Crew. I am your host, B Rock, the man from Funky Town, and we about to do our thing tonight. So the first thing we're gonna touch on, everybody has heard about this. Everybody's been talking about it. And although you might not think this is about relationships, talk about LSU and Iowa because it is about relationships. It's about race relations, to be perfectly honest. Now, when these two teams first made it to the finals, I was talking to a friend of mine and I said, man, I hope this doesn't happen because I'm really excited for a good game.
Close the door.
But this game is around to start a race war. And sure as shit, this game has done that. Obviously, for those who didn't know, LSU won 102-85. But to be perfectly honest, the margin of victory seemed like it was even bigger than that. LSU was sticking it to Iowa. And Iowa came in with, it ain't even arguably. They came in with the hottest player in college basketball right now. Caitlin Carter he's been on fire all year. And, no shade to her because even though Iowa got stomped. Caitlin Carter still put up 30. It ain't like she had a bad game. But LSU, I mean, they had 5 players in double digits going into the fourth quarter. They were firing on all cylinders. Now, enough about the game. It's what happened towards the end of the game and after, which is really just kind of, I won't say shed some light on, because I think most of us aren't really surprised. It's just, things have been out there. So we got to the end of the game, and oh man, why did I? Angel Reese goes up to Caitlin Carter in a little break in the game, and she does the "You Can't See Me" for those who are WWE fans, the John Cena wave, whatever you want to call it. She did that, basically she got in position to where Caitlin Carter could see her. Walked around to her, did that. Caitlin Carter turned around, walked off, and then she just started pointing at the ring finger. That started just because, Caitlin Carter, in her own right, she done talked some trash leading up. She had been talking trash leading up to the finals as well. And that one action caused an immediate split in the sports world. You had the white community that, well, not all. So I want to let it know. I ain't speaking for everybody, white or black, but a large portion of what appears to be the white community was calling Reese classless, saying that she was a poor sport. She chased her down just to taunt her when the game was clearly out of reach, so on and so forth. Black community is like, hey, it's sports, and that's just 2 competitors competing, number one. And then number 2 is no different than what Caitlin has done to other competitors. So it's really spiraled into a lot of heated debates on social media, as well as in the actual media. And we just want to hit on it today. So I'm sure everybody on here is familiar with it. I'm going to toss it to y'all. Who wants to get on this first?
You know what? Let Diamond handle this. She back. We go throw her in the fire early, ladies first.
Right. So, being in education, I'm just at the point that I'm tired of when we decide to voice ourselves, it's always an opinion, it's always a drawback, but they can say and do what they want to. And I think in this particular situation, we saw a whole lot because we saw some things that we didn't know we were going to see politically. Meaning, we saw the first lady chose her side when she wanted to come back and say she think Iowa should come to the White House too. And it's like, wait a minute, you might be helpful. You've been playing this card and saying XYZ, but now since y'all in the office, you done jumped this fist, and now your true code is coming out. Or as we like to say sometimes, back in our grandparents' day, that old sheet they be wearing and they done took off the sheet. I feel like she had the right to do what she did. It shouldn't have been a drawback. And what's wrong with us voicing our opinions when we want to, when we feel the way? I do like the fact that the basketball player, whatever it is, because I don't follow her, from Iowa, that she did come out and do a statement in supporting of the girl doing it to her in a minute that, hey, it ain't nothing. Did that we're both doing our things and competitive. So I do like that part, and that shows a different thing about this new generation because they're coming out no holds barred, and that's a thing. They don't race as much as we do or our ancestors did. They don't care about sexuality. They just out here living life. No holes, no boundaries. Just having a free life and being free, which are things that we strive for or thought we was gonna have when we got to on Harlem Nights. So with the Malcolm X, MLK. So when you think about that and the things that they were hoping for and Martin Luther King's dream that we was gonna be free, but you see, we're really not. Even though we've had all of these civil wars, you still have to go back to, oh, but at the end of the day, I'm still a black woman or a black man that still has to deal with racism at my job, at the grocery store, in my neighborhood, just because I don't look like. Don't take my education or how much money I have or anything else. It's just because the color of my skin. So I'm really tired, and I'm glad she did it, and I'm happy she didn't back down. That she didn't apologize. She was like, "No, I did it. Y'all didn't have a problem when she did it. What's wrong with me doing it?" So I applaud her and standing over her and doing what she needed to do and what she felt like doing. In the hell with everybody else, including Jill Biden. That's my
Oh,
point.
indeed.
And let the church say amen.
Them April babies sticking together.
Yeah.
I can dig
I
that.
mean, it's just bullshit. They just wanted something to say, and it's dumb. And I actually seen a clip of what's the girl, Kate, what's her name? The white girl? Caitlyn?
Caitlin,
Kayla?
yeah,
I seen a
Caitlin Clark.
clip of her at a previous game doing the same thing. They actually gave her, I guess, an unsportsmanlike conduct foul or some shit like
Yeah.
that. And so, I just like Diamond said, it's stupid. They it's a problem. It's always a problem when we do it, and that coincides with the whole situation when I've seen posts where they had where us as black women get upset when we see white girls, rocking our hairstyles or doing shit that we do. And it's because when we do it, it's always a problem when we do it. But then when they do it, they set new trends or, it's just a game and all this bullshit. So yes, I have a problem with it. And Jill Biden can take her invitation and shove it up her ass. And like uh Angel said, we'll go celebrate at the Obamas. Yes, yes, we need to get Michelle on the line to see if they can host because, and then they were saying that Angel needs should accept her apology. No, because you're not sorry. You're not really sorry, and I don't really do apologies because at the end of the day, you said what you said because you meant what you said. Otherwise, you wouldn't have said it. And she knew what she was doing, and that's not bringing. Why would you even bring? When has there ever been losers being brought to the White House? Never in the history of championship games since like whenever they showed a clip from Shannon Sharp saying whenever they first invited some team back in the 1800s, it's always been the winners. So why in the hell would your ass want to switch up and try to bring the losers because of this bullshit?
Supposedly, according to her publicist, um, her reason behind it was in an effort to promote. I guess this is like Women's Sports Month or something like that.
Well, do
So,
that another damn time, not on the celebration where the winners are supposed to come to the White House. Like, that's stupid.
I,
You chose
yeah,
that day to be petty, and she knew what she was doing. And I hate that we have to deal with the Bidens in office. I did not want them in office. So, I mean, we get what we signed up for, unfortunately.
indeed. Boss
Well,
Hog, talk to
hey,
me.
well, shout out everybody. Um, everybody that know me, especially when it comes to college sports. LSU is not my team. That's the easy way to say that. I don't like LSU in any shape, form, or fashion. However, I am a athlete, and if you're an athlete, sports of any caliber will always be in your heart. I can watch archery. I can watch the little horse competitions. I can watch the synchronized swimming's water polo. You name it, I can watch it and feel at home. So yes, I watched the national championship, and for you guys that didn't know, it was in the great state of Texas this year, and it was specifically held in Dallas, Texas. Uh, it was a beautiful thing to see, just a good game.
Yeah,
Uh, And it was good to see somebody finally dominate. Because typically, if you watch championship, especially girls, it's very seldom are they blowing each other out.
Nah.
Very seldom do you see the ass whooping that LSU put up against Iowa. It just don't work like that a lot. And so, I was happy for these young sisters. And I'm not gonna lie, everybody know I'm unapologetically black. I root for everybody black. I said it before. I support us first. It has nothing to do with you. It had everything to do with who I am. And so I was loving it. I love watching history. I would have loved to have been a part of it. And honestly, I didn't realize that they had the game on that day, or I probably would have tried to get to the game because I knew folks who had access to it. And so I would have loved to be a part of the history that was being made. And so everything that LSU was overshadowed by that evil disease, cancer of racism. It showed its head, at the end of the game. And you have Twitter world and social media and black, white, who called her classless. Keith Olbermann. I watched that tweet. That dude called her a fucking idiot. I seen that tweet. I was on Twitter just scrolling and shit. She's classless and I just seen all different type of people, that's not good sportsmanship. But what it was that everything within them was really rooting for and predominantly white team to beat up on these little poor girls who come out of these urban areas, and they felt that Iowa should have beat LSU. LSU just had other plans. Nobody had LSU to win, to even make it to the national championship. And so it was good to see that an underdog who only had if I'm not mistaken, a 5% chance at the beginning of the season to they had going to the national championship. So much has transpired and happened between the game and now. Caitlin Clark, she has come out in defense of Angel Reese. And as April was saying, she's like, hey, this is not our first time, going back and forth with each other. This is not new, which is true because they start posting pictures of them in other games where it was the same energy. Now, to my little sister, because I can go on and on about the game, we know that them young women played hell of a games. There were so many stories. The young woman who it came full circle for her that she was kicked off, dismissed by the coach of LSU at another program. At the same program, and then was able to come back and still win her own national championship. That's one story. You have Angel Reese, who is a transfer from Maryland, who in her sophomore season is a national champion. You have the coach, who in her second season at LSU made history by bringing home the first national championship for men or women in basketball. So there was so much going on. You had a record-setting, not only attendance, but the highest viewership in women's basketball. You had the LSU women who broke a national championship record by scoring 102 points. I mean, it was just so much beauty in this game that was overshadowed by the hatred of white America. I salute this sister. What I will say is this: You've already made your point. Be quiet. She honestly, I watched a little interview where she talked about going to the Obamas. I would again say, little sister, be quiet because you haven't got that invite. Yet. Be quiet. At this point, you have nothing to prove. You are the queen. They done already gave you your crown. Sit
Don't come
back,
off your chariot to address them.
yeah,
Just be
sit
quiet.
back and enjoy it and get ready for the next season. And but I love her spirit so much that the only LSU you'll see on me is her jersey. Because I want to be known when somebody asks me again. I'm a history nigga. I love to do stuff that has a meaning behind it. And so I bought her jersey because not only is that supporting her, that's putting money in her pocket, which I love supporting us, just because I love her spirit. But let's be real, she's not the first black woman to be unapologetic. She's not. Matter of fact, she's not the most eloquent sister to be unapologetic. She is right now. She is
She won't be the last either.
right,
'Cause
and she won't be the last. I love the fact that she believes that she has a voice and she's speaking for those, as Rise like to say, I'm speaking for those who can't say it. And so, my thing to her is that I wish her all the best. I would low key be rooting for her and LSU, but I want to make it be known I'm a Texas fan in
Hook 'em.
everything. I had to tell one of my classmates because he had the audacity to tell us, well, y'all just only watching now. This Caden Clark young lady she been doing this, and I'm like, who give a fuck? We on
do
like
she got the ring?
like I get that fire because the argument was, well, that ain't bother Caden. I said if she's any type of fucking
If she a
athlete,
competitor, it is. It did.
you damn right it did.
Right. And that ain't a
Yeah,
bad thing.
right, and it's not a bad thing. She just could not show it, which that is the smart thing to do. No different than if Reese was on the other end, if she tried to fight this young lady over doing the same thing. Neither one of them would have. Both of them would have showed class in reverse roles. Now, and I'm gonna turn it over to you, Brock. Jill Biden, as I said on my social media page, she had a Karen moment. Okay, she had a real Karen moment. Who said? And I went to go watch the video. Like she did a whole. That wasn't just no clip. She did a whole public showing on that shit. Like it looked like a damn White House briefing. I went to the game, and you know what? I get it. She was so excited to see a great game that she didn't realize we don't salute second place. We don't. It's not a bad thing that you were running.
I mean, hell,
She
if you want to
knew.
be real, that
She
ain't the
knew.
American way.
Okay, because Nelly said 2 is not a winner and 3 nobody remembers.
Right. But again,
This nigga just quoting Nelly.
I did.
Watching the video, I seen how this woman was getting excited just about speaking about how the atmosphere of the game and maybe this was her first championship game. And you got to remember what people don't know. Michelle Obama went to both sides to speak to both of them before the game. LSU declined. So, where Miss Biden sat up in the suite, you had the worker bee, because they still Democrat, they still politicians who was doing their job, aka Miss Obama, to speak to both teams. Again, I just hate that this stuff is overshadowed by the racism in which continues to perpetuate itself. B, that's all I got.
Indeed. Now, I definitely want to piggyback on what you just closed with. That's the sad part for me because the fact of the matter is, all I saw was two competitors just going for it, and it was beautiful to see. So that was number one. And then the thing that bothers me the most, and I'm talking about it bothers me on both sides, honestly. I see a lot of white folks, a lot of white folks saying that Reese is classless, this, that, the other. Do y'all know what Barstool is? The Barstool app?
Yeah.
The owner of Barstool tweeted out that she was a classless piece of shit, his exact words. And then stood on it, doubled down, tried to be right. And just to see that was just sickening to me. And then, hey, if I'm gonna keep the same energy, I'm gonna keep the same energy. Some of y'all gotta fall back too, because I see some of us talking trash about Caitlin Clark like she didn't drop 30. The girl had a good game too. My point is this: we forgetting what the game was about. It was the Women's College National Championship.
Yes.
Those athletes went out there and fucking showed out. Meanwhile, all the adults are trashing these young women on one side or the other. Like, so not only do we got one side who done totally showed their ass and said, "Oh yeah, racism is still alive and well." We in turn show our ass with the opposing bullshit and go after the player and not the adults who are perpetuating this dumb shit.
Right.
So I did want to put that out there. Now, all that said, the big thing that I personally, after I looked at everything, just kind of took it in, looking at everybody's comments, what I feel like is this. I feel like, be it consciously or subconsciously, the white community looks at white women as something that needs to be protected. And what made me feel that way is this. When she was, busting ass and talking shit, she was strong and a competitor and she had passion. And I don't disagree with that. But when it happened to her and it was a black woman doing it, they ran to her defense. And so I had to ask myself why. And the only thing I can come up with is how they view each brand of woman. When they look at black women, most people look at black women, oh, strong, independent, just a figure not to be reckoned with. And I think that they probably essentially felt like, oh, why is that black girl picking on that poor white girl? They probably looking at Angel like she's a bully. And personally, I think that's disrespectful to both athletes.
Yeah.
Both of them are competitors. Both of them was out there giving everything they had. One came out on top.
That's right.
So to sit there and feel like, oh, you got to protect. No. That girl didn't need no protection. She was out there doing her thing and her team just lost.
Yeah.
And it was what it was. Angel got up in her face and did her thing, and it was what it was. But nobody had an issue. Now, because everybody keeps saying, oh, well, their defense is this. Angel Reese chased her down for like 10 seconds and did it, and then kept talking trash throughout the game. And then they show Caitlin Clark do it, and it was like for about 2 seconds, and then in another game that she walks off. Forget that. How about the game before when somebody was talking trash to her and Caitlin Clark looked at him and said, you know what? You need to shut up. Your team down by 15. The girl ball. She got a clap back. So she obviously don't need no protection. She just knew, hey, we took the L. Right. They can taunt me all they want to. That's what competitors do in sports.
Yeah. So
to me, all these people coming to Caitlin's defense, calling themselves being, morally justifiable people. Honestly, you disrespecting the athlete, number one, because the girl that needs your protection, right. And number two, your racism is showing.
Right.
Yes,
So
sir.
just want to let you know, just in case you didn't know your ass was out. It is.
Yeah,
So
you're showing it. You're
But
showing
y'all
right.
it.
know my motto. I'm like Eric Mays. When they go low, you go lower.
Yes,
So shit,
look,
keep that
man.
same energy.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
and granted, it may have been petty for them for us to say something about Caitlyn, but at the end of the day, they gotta feel how we feel about you coming for our little black girl.
Yeah,
I hear
You
what you're
know,
saying,
and
but I
that's
don't
kind
think
of
I
like
hear what
you
you're
stuck
saying.
with my child. I'm gonna make sure you and your child feelings is hurt, and that's
But
how I view it because
I
we
dig
are
what
always the
you're
least
saying.
protected.
I dig what you're saying, and I think in this particular regard, just this is just my opinion. In this particular regard, going after her wasn't gonna get shit done. Everybody who I saw saying stuff, if I had a response, I was responding to the people who had some shit to say. Me going after anybody else, that ain't gonna get my point across. Cause I mean, come on, you know how ditzy folks are. The moment I deviate from what my fucking point is, you gonna get stuck over here in the goddamn woods.
right. That's all they waiting on. That's it.
You know,
But it
That's
feel good
it.
coming out, making them feel how we feel.
But
So that's how
That
I
don't
felt.
no. What feel and that way that may work for you, and that's cool. What feel good to me is that you get my motherfucking point. So that cool. To each their own. I ain't knocking you for it. If that's what makes you feel good, like you said, if somebody, all right, somebody mess with my child, I'm gonna mess with their. Look, somebody mess with my child. I'm gonna make sure that you know what's going on. Now, if the parents want to act like they can't nothing happen, I'm gonna handle the adult.
right.
I'm gonna
You right.
handle
You're
that's
right.
just
Yes.
I'm gonna handle the adult. You handle your child, but I'm gonna handle the adult.
But
You know,
I would, as a competitor again, I don't care what level you play it on, man. It is still a fraternity of men and women athletes. I
exactly. I
if
was loving the shit talking on both sides.
yeah, because my thing is, and even look, I kept watching the replay over and over. She wanted to make sure, and she had every right while the game was still live, that I want to make sure you see me, nigga. I want you to see me.
Right,
But she had that right. Again, who are we to tell a young lady who is at the pinnacle of national basketball, of college basketball
right,
at the national championship? Who are we to tell her how she need to play the game? You
right.
have to hear from me. Listen, and then she admitted, you know what? Yeah, I got in my bad. But it wasn't as long as folks thought it was because I kept watching it over and over. When you're
No,
moving and that's live, that ain't no more than a hot 5 seconds. No
right.
different than what Caitlin did to South Carolina. She did
Exactly.
she did it to South. Everybody saw Caitlin. That's why she did it the way she did it. Reese said this is personal. I didn't care about who saw it. I want to make sure you
She
see.
saw it.
That's it.
Right. That's
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 all.
co- that's that's a competitor. That and another thing for people saying, oh, that nobody ever goes at the top player like that. When you like what? Last time I checked, Gary Payton went at Jordan every chance he got.
All of them did.
Right.
Who
I mean,
didn't?
now, do you
Who
come out on
didn't?
the losing end most of the time? Yeah,
Uh,
but
uh,
but
Stock, Malone. I can go down the list. Them boys over there at the Pacers. I go
right.
down.
They all
The whole goddamn Detroit squad.
right. Yeah, like
Come
I
on,
mean,
man.
just because you the top dog don't mean you exempt from shit talking.
That's right.
It's gonna happen. So I mean, but that's the thing, man. I mean, to me, all of this shit is really just um tainted what should have been a beautiful moment in sports. Um, and it's just again, for those of y'all out there making up your excuses of why your racism showing. I just want to
Yeah.
put that out there.
It,
So
it,
let's
it,
move on to the next one, man. Oh, go ahead, boss out, and then
oh
we'll
no,
move on.
I was just gonna say, man. The same thing. Basically, is that it's just said that this game is overshadowed by the racism that shows at the loss. Again, y'all need to y'all need to. We lost and y'all beat us, but don't rub it in our face. That's
Mhm.
essentially what they
Right.
said. Yeah, okay, now you beat us. Now going on now.
That ain't how sports work.
Yeah, I'm saying clearly
Right.
you ain't played now sport because
Right. This,
that
this is that.
ain't
This is that everybody get a trophy ass shit.
right.
So,
But
but
what
man,
else you want to talk about, Big?
oh man. Before one last thing, man. Again, we the Petty Crew. Shout out to Caitlin Clark getting National Player of the Year, and an even bigger shout out to them LSU Tigers for being the national champions for women's college basketball. Y'all did y'all thing, ladies.
Already.
That said, we're gonna hit this next relationship topic. We saw TikTok, and you know what? I really don't wanna do this video a disservice. I'm gonna just let Boss Hog play the audio if you got it. But this is a husband who's coming home after a 13-hour day, and a conversation that he's having with his wife. I'm gonna just leave it at that, and I want y'all to hear the audio.
Okay. Let me pull it up. I want to make sure I got the don't have the right one right there. Let's see. Y'all forgive me, man. We get a lot of stories, and I just had it up. This is the Chris Brown. Let me go back to our inbox real quick. I literally just had it. Let's see. Where is it? What's the name of it? It says, "Man, come home."
Yeah, after a
Yeah, here we
13-hour
go.
day.
I got it right here. All right, let me pull this up. Just got it, and I'm gonna play. Where is it? I just had it. Boom. Here we go. Damn, I thought that was it. Y'all hold on. There we go. It's on. What the fuck is it on? Oh, because you know what? It's on YouTube. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, hold up. I got this. Hold on. We got it. So, because I got YouTube, I kept wondering why the hell I got all these damn YouTube tabs up. Because it's YouTube. Here we go.
I'm saying I can't come home to a full meal. What we married for? What we married for? I'm not your mama. I'm your wife. I just pulled a 13-hour shift. I just knew I was gonna come home and have some food on the goddamn stove. And now you've been doing it for like 2 or 3 months, man. What is it? You don't pay no goddamn bill. I pay the car notes, the house notes, family trips. I'll pay for. That's what you're supposed to do. Man, you know what? Ride and protect. That's what you're supposed to do. Why? I can't get no food in the house then, huh? But I'm saying I can't come home to a full-course meal. What we married for? What we married for? I'm not your mama. I'm your wife. I just pulled a 13.
Okay, it went into looping. All right, that's it.
Ooh, man, that shit triggered me every time I hear that shit.
Dude, can I go first?
Please do.
Again, I'm gonna say this. I think that's a fake video. Let me be the first to say it. I think it's a fake video. And the reason why I say that is as listening to the woman in her dialogue. In that type of situation, I just don't really believe that in a heated situation like that, you're gonna be that calm. Oh, this is what you're supposed to do. I'm not your mother. See, if that was real life, that dude's whole attitude would have changed. Because the minute you mentioned my mama, we had a whole nother level. It went from talking regular to now you got me fucked up when you told my mama in any argument. So that's because I'm listening to the words and I'm like, I'm not your mother. First of all, that was the first disrespectful thing out of her mouth. I didn't marry you to be my mama. And so that's why I think it's fake. Now, is it real? Yes. The
It's shit like that that's
situation,
happening.
yes. Is the situation real? Hell yeah. I just don't believe them two doing that was actual, because let's think about this. You really mean to tell me that while I'm getting in your shit, I don't know what nigga that I'm beating a bitch ass, excuse my language, in domestic violence, he pulled out the phone and he's recording it at the same time. I'm sorry, I don't know of one. Now, if y'all know somebody who'd have done it, shoot me that video so I can see it. I don't know. I don't believe it is because why would she be recording that? Okay,
He
he's
was
hit 13.
recording.
No,
He
he
was
was
recording,
recording.
not her.
He was recording.
Okay,
He
so
probably
that's
was recording to show how trifling she is, because some men will do that.
okay. So from that video I was watching, that is the woman that's at the stove, or
Yeah,
who's behind the camera.
yeah.
He behind the camera, she eating a pizza, a slice of pizza.
Okay, so either way, so I'm gonna say my piece and be done, and I'm gonna let y'all have the rest of this because Brock, I could let that get up under my skin because that is real life shit that
That shit
happens.
triggered the fuck out of
That
me, man.
happens for real. Now, if this is true, I will say this: if I was him, well, because I know what I would have done, I would have got a divorce because she is showing you now what you're looking forward to for the rest of your life. Now, either he is just that stupid or just that weak that you would be the provider, and that's what you supposed to see. Shit like that get you kicked out of my house. When you tell me, well, I'm not providing, but you're supposed to be providing for us, that's where all of a sudden I'm thinking in my head, when do I go to the attorney? What day am I taking off? Let me see when my attorney has availability for an appointment so we can have a conversation. Because everything about that is laid out on how I'm gonna treat you, and ain't no telling how long they've been married.
Yeah.
But 13 hours, you don't cook. She says, but it's your job to provide. It's your job to bend over backwards. This goes along with all our arguments as men that you do not respect us. Y'all don't give a damn about us. You're not gonna do shit but sit on your ass and while we're paying bills. I'm gonna leave everybody with this, and this is a question I ask women all the time. If you're not working and you want to be a stay-at-home wife, mom, or whatever, what is your number one chief job? And on that note, I'm gonna turn it over to you, B. Now, at any given time, women, y'all can answer that,
Oh,
but I'm putting it out there for everybody,
what was the
and
question?
that's how I'm ending my thought
If
on
you,
this
all
one.
right,
On this,
his question was, if you are a stay at home wife, stay at home mom, what is your number one job?
To take
that's
care of
that's
the
that.
house?
So, okay.
Does that include the man that's working 13 hours?
Yes, that's the house. He
All right.
falls under the house. However, y'all didn't listen because he said for the past 3 months. So
I don't give a fuck.
obviously, I think she may be going through some sort of depression, because if she been doing it all this time and then just stopped and hasn't been doing it for the past 3 months, then obviously something is could be
Boy,
going on with her. And I was a stay-at-home mom twice, and I did it 2 years with my first two kids, and it's depressing, especially when you're at home all by yourself. Your friends are at work. You're not really talking to nobody but a damn toddler. That shit can wreck your, can do something, can fuck with your mental, because you like feel like hell, you start singing the goddamn Mickey Mouse songs in your head and all the damn nursery rhymes and shit, and then it seems like you become like a maid of some sort, because they depending on you, but you doing everything. And hell, I know if I trade that spots with my husband, he wouldn't be able to handle it. I know he wouldn't, because hell,
What
he
you said?
can't even he can't even stay awake for the toddler to before she go to. She puts him to sleep. Hell,
So
I
let
done
me ask
told him
this
to put
question.
her to sleep. She done put him to sleep. She up watching TV and he's snoring. So I know he wouldn't be able to do what I do.
Okay, so let me ask this question. Because one, we don't know why he been doing it for the past 3 months, but we understand your story.
No,
So
no, no.
my
I'm saying
question,
in her story, he said for the past 3 months she hadn't been cooking. So I mean, so obviously there's been a shift in something in the household that's causing her to just stop, because it wouldn't be, if she'd been doing it all this time, she wouldn't just come to a complete stop and just stop doing, taking care of the household like she should have. Obviously, there's something deeper, and he probably come home and expecting this shit, don't even ask how your day was. And that shit is, that seems ungrateful probably ungrateful to her, because if you done cooked a meal and or wash clothes, because to me the kitchen looked clean. The kitchen looked immaculate from the view that I seen. Wasn't no dishes in the sink. Now, granted, she was trifling for having the piece of pizza to offer him, but at the end of the day, did he walk in and say, "Hey, how was your day?" That shit makes a difference. You know how they say asking somebody how they doing can change their whole dynamic for that day.
well, okay,
You
and
got to look at
Okay.
it from all angles
okay, hold up,
than
hold
to
up,
just
hold up,
say
Okay.
divorce.
hold up, wait, no, now, because we don't know. We don't know about if she the person. See, I don't want to bring factors that are all ifs.
What he said for the past 3 months, that's what I'm going
He
off
said
of. So to
six
me,
actually. He
or
said six.
well, 6, well, some months. So
I heard 3
obviously,
months.
I
I heard
thought
Now,
he
3
said
see,
months.
3.
hold up.
I
I
I'll
heard
thought
see
it was
she
3.
six.
might. I'll
I
see
heard
she might
3.
decide not to do it
Okay.
anymore. It
We'll
does
go
not.
three. We'll go three.
Hold up. It
I
doesn't.
heard 3.
Okay, it does not matter though. Well, he didn't ask. We don't know if he asked. He could
Well,
have
I'm saying
asked.
I'm going off on that, because to me, if he's saying for the past 3 months, then that means, because obviously it's just now becoming an issue, because he would have been like, "You do this all the time."
That's what he
For the
said. You're doing it for the past 3 months.
right, that's 3 months, but based off of what are you comparing it to? 4 or 5 years, 3 years, 2 years. So
Listen.
you
So
complaining about 3 months to the other years that she did do it.
we don't know. But
Mm.
here's the answer. Because here's the answer. A woman who is a stay-at-home mother or wife, number
Hold on,
one
hold on.
thing.
Don't answer it yet, because I want to hear what Diamond has to say
Oh,
to answer it as well.
come on. I kind of know what Diamond go, but what's up, Diamond?
So you don't know
Yeah, I
where I'm
do.
gonna go, but so however, I do think definitely something is going on. And the reason I say that is from a counseling perspective. When somebody changes something out of their normal habit, it's something else going on, regardless if it's mental, if it's something else deep beyond that. Because now the way she bit off that pizza, that was just some stank shit.
That was
That was some,
trifling.
real trifling, even if you don't feel like cooking. Because I'm thinking if you had that slice of pizza, it was a whole box of pizza. So did
Thank
you
you.
save it for some pizza? Did you have some more
Yeah,
pizza?
did you have a sandwich to put together or something?
Did you leave him the big piece of pizza?
Right. With
All
the
of
most
that.
cheese.
All of that as far as the pizza going. But I also do believe that it was something else besides just the fact that I ain't done this, because not only did he say 3 months, he actually kind of asked her what's going on. But my problem was with her response of telling him that's what you here for. Because if that's what you said he's there for, then I'm like, yeah,
Right.
what the hell are you here for? Why the hell we married? Because if you said my job is to provide and protect, then what the hell is your job? Your job
Right.
is to help me. So you not helping me because you not feeding my ass, and you know I'm hungry because I'm working 13-hour shift.
Right.
So I definitely feel him on that. And being a male or female, hell, if I'm cooking, then I'm gonna want you to provide. But if I'm the provider, then hell yeah, I want you to cook and clean and have shit together when I get to the house. I shouldn't have to worry about all of that. It should be a balance. It should be a compromise. We should know what's going on. And when one party just stop doing what they're doing and there's no explanation or no conversation to what's the underlying factor, what's going on, and she was so calm that it makes you think, well, damn, okay, is something going on or what? So I agree that it was definitely, for views, TikTok or whatever. But the whole object is somewhere in somebody's house, that shit happened in real life.
Yeah.
And so I can agree because I know somebody personally that I be like, damn, and this, damn, bitch, you don't cook for y'all, you don't clean up. I done been to their house and it's nasty. And it's a relative, and I'm thinking this motherfucker go climb poles, he work hard, and you don't have to work. You ain't worried about a roof over your head. You ain't worried about food. You got more than one car. Like, you ain't worried about shit, and you can't clean up this house when he come home. So hell yeah, she should have had some food, whether it was takeout, whatever. His own piece of his own plate instead of you biting off of it, handing it to him. That whole scenario was just some fucked up shit.
So here's my
So, Boss Hog, give us your answer, man. What is the answer
So the
to the
number one
question?
answer, man, because I heard all, I get it. The number one answer for a woman who is not working, or who wants to be the stay at home, because I ask all the time, and it's all the same thing: cooking, cleaning, taking care of, making sure his grandfather's run. No, he could do that. He could do that
Yeah.
by himself. The number one thing to do, if you're not working, your job is to make sure that his money make money. It is your job to protect his financial. So watch this. That's actually a woman's number one chief job. It ain't cooking. It's not baths. It ain't earning clothes. If you're not gonna add a check to his check, it's your damn job to make sure his money keeps multiplying. Otherwise, why are you at home? Because
And ordering pizza is spending money, goddammit.
right, you order pizza, spending money, and if you ain't cooking, you might not be cleaning.
And it look like day old pizza,
So
actually.
so for me, when I seen it, yes, a million things ran through my mind, and that's why I said no. I ain't gonna get upset about this shit because that's what I know. Because I do this for 13 years. I know what this is meant to do, and it's meant to trigger. Honestly, because what it looks like is that she's just a tired ass young lady. It is not, because we're talking relationships. It is not your husband's job to be your counselor. It is your job to communicate to your husband, I'm having issues. Okay, let's go get help. No different than it is not my wife's job to be my counselor. It is not your partner's job to get you straight. So
I
if she
object
has,
on that.
so if she has issues, she should be communicating well before 3 months. It should have been done right then and there so we can turn around. Okay, baby, if we gonna say you depressed, as April O'Neil says, right? If you depressed, okay, well then damn it. Well then we need to get you some counseling because I need you at your best. This house does not function when you're not at your best. Because if I'm providing, that means somebody got to do the taking care of. And if you can't take care of because you might have issues, then there is going to be the problem in which we see played out on TikTok. So the accountability is still resides on her. She got the problem.
But see, that you, as far as you supposed to make sure your spouse is okay. It goes both ways because depression is actually a silent killer. And
True
people
enough,
don't
but you just
express.
said it goes both ways, though. And that seemed very unilateral in
But
communication.
she's the one changing. So if he's noticing, I mean, if you wait until month 3 to start complaining, then obviously month 1 and 2 wasn't a problem.
No, we just got the video at month 3.
Right.
But I'm just saying.
And the thing, and Diamond pointed out, see, I hear what you're saying, and I will agree that if something is going on and you have drastic change, or if drastic change occurs, something is going on. I give you that. But Diamond pointed this out, and I have to wholeheartedly agree with this. It wasn't so much just the fact that, because you're saying the 3 months, but I'm also looking at the way she answered the questions. I'm also looking at the fact that he said, "What's going on?" He's asking. So I know you're saying he's complaining, but he's also
Yes.
even in that
But
moment
he's
still
also
saying,
inviting the world to see.
well, shit, we don't know that this is the first. Actually, we know this isn't the first time because at the bottom of the video it said part 3 coming. So this stuff has been
So
brewing. I'm
what
not
part did
saying
we watch?
I'm assuming it's part 2, but
So
but all of that said, be it real or not, we don't know what the buildup is, and we can sit here and what if the hell out of it on what coulda, shoulda, what got them to this point.
Right.
The fact of the matter is they are at this point, and I'm looking at the fact that number one, he did say what's going on. Number 2, her responses were utterly toxic. I think
Yeah.
that and I'm not saying I don't know this lady, and we have established that we're not 100% sure if this was real or not or scripted, but that we all probably know at least one person that's going through this shit in real life.
Right.
That said, I do think that there are some women out here who want we'll call it a traditional man, but they want to live the life of what they view as a modern woman. And the two don't coexist. If you want me to be that, oh, well, what the men did back in the 70s, they did all the working and took care of this and took care of that. Okay, cool. Well, what were the women doing? Because you sure as fuck ain't doing it, handing me a piece of pizza
Right.
that you just bit off of
Right.
after
Yes.
I've been working all day. Man,
Right.
like, now, if he would have munched her ass with that pizza, everybody be saying he was wrong. But
Right. Would have called the police and shit. He would have been arrested on camera.
right, my biggest thing is this, and I think that, and this is not just for women. This is both for men and women. We have to understand in relationships, regardless of what your role may be, regardless of who is taking care of the house, who's bringing home the money, if both are bringing home the money, there's not a relationship in the world, be it intimate or spiritual or just platonic, that can survive without reciprocity. Every relationship is built on reciprocation in some form or fashion, and her answers prove no matter what the situation is, there is no reciprocity in that relationship.
Yes. Yeah.
And that, if that's the case, it is doomed to fail.
Man, let me say something too. Also, there's a people believe that in relationships, men do not feel that we don't get depressed, that we too don't go through our issues. And we are just, as much as they love to say women, and that's really not true. No, we're the ones that are taught to suck it up, ball it up, hold it in. You the man of the house. You got to do this, and which is furthest from the truth. You can. The problem is that you can tell she doesn't care, and even though that's her, that's every funky ass other woman that don't care in a relationship. You follow what I'm saying? Who don't care. We bust our butt. And that is why when I'm having conversations about being at home, not contributing, you cannot date me. You're not anybody I can take serious if you cannot contribute to me. You're not going to be a stay-at-home wife because you don't even know how to take care of me. The number one, and it ain't just me. That's across the board. If a man is going to be the provider, If he's going to be the financial provider, it's your job to make sure his money keep making money. So really, your job got harder. It didn't get as easy as a lot of women think it is. Oh, I just got to clean up. Listen, I got a damn near 5,000 square foot home. I bring a woman in my home. She ain't dusting and cleaning my home for 6 or 7 hours every day. But I'm working 10 to 12 hours every day. It doesn't add up. But what do add up is if you making sure while you at home, you helping me make my money. And that can show up in any type of way. If I got a business, or if it's, and it goes back to, watch this. If it goes back to, if I just got a traditional job where I am collecting the check, it's still your job to make sure, in that case, if I'm not a entrepreneur, it is still your job to make sure that I am mentally, that I'm good. The work gets harder. We get depressed too.
Hey, I want to actually help prove that point for you real quick, boss. I want to give you something. And I just looked this up. Since 1950, since this stat has been kept, because since we're talking about, because we're talking as if women are the only ones that get depressed.
Right.
Men commit suicide at a rate 5 times more than women.
Come on, man. And watch this. But and let me add the relationship dynamic.
That's because women driving them crazy.
But you know what? What's good is very good to see you able to chime in. But let me add another statistic that don't like to be said. Statistically, men who have been in marriage or long-term relationships take longer to rebound emotionally from that. The studies show that it takes a man longer to rebound from a divorce than a woman. Now, why is that? Well, these scientists and these folks that do these studies then concluded that men actually pour more of their emotions into their relationship than women do. That's a fact. That's studied. That men come out more emotionally damaged from a marriage than the woman do. That is a fact. That ain't nothing, some shit I'm just saying just because I just want to make this ain't for the men. This is to clarify the point that, because I used to see it for years. I'm not gonna say I see it anymore, but I would say about 5 or 6 years ago, the argument or the status quo was, oh, men are not emotional. Men don't have feelings, or women pour more into the relationship. That's not true. That is not true. Y'all can put on, but it's so funny that why is it that women are more easily, if they need more help, to bounce back than a man does? Because he actually is investing more into that relationship than she is. Oh, well, what you mean, Steven? Okay, y'all want that nigga that's the business guy, right? He need to be 6 foot, dark and chocolate, pretty teeth, and do all this. Okay, say you get that nigga, right? But you need it. But see, he already got it. When you leave, he's going to be more affected emotionally than he would money-wise or materialistically. Well, on the reverse of that, the whole statement is that a woman now is seeking somebody else to replace this dude, which there's always a guy willing to replace a nigga for a little while. For a little while. Every woman that's getting divorced ain't going back to their mom or their daddy. They're not. So they going to somebody.
Actually, statistics show that women who have been married in typically long-term marriages do not ever remarry.
Okay,
And that's based on the shit
that
that
don't
they
have
went
nothing to do
through
with
with their
emotion. That don't have
first.
nothing to do with feelings.
I think men are more emotional after the marriage because they lose most in the divorce. They typically lose the kids, the house, the money.
That's you adding on to what already been studied.
But
No,
men typically don't express their emotions.
they Listen,
Like I've been with my
Because
husband
more often
18
than
years, and
more
I've
often
seen
than
him
not,
cry once and
because
express
more
it.
often than not, because more often than not, and it could be a societal thing, it could be it could be a number of things, but men are is more often than not is frowned upon for men
Exactly.
to show emotion.
So y'all show y'all emotions after the divorce when y'all done lost
no, it
every
don't.
damn thing.
No, it don't. And niggas don't even lose everything. The champ is in the building. What's good, brother Raheem? Brad, shout out. Thank you. Hey, but while you on, we would like to talk. We just got through speaking about the LSU situation. So drop us a comment, man, and let us know what you think about that situation. You know, I love you, and I think more than anybody. I told you, your mind is very creative, and it's it don't really be into what is real. I get it. You are a power chick, and I love it. It's just different for us. However, sweetie, like what would it take for you to just be like, you know, let me ride for once. I ain't saying you do, but that shit hard. It be far, dog. Why this brother that she's just wrong? Why is it that there gotta be something wrong with her? Why is it that she's just wrong? She's a wife. Guess what? When you sign up for the good and bad. I sign up for when you tired. I sign up to still give you to still give me your all. When I'm tired, you still expecting me to give you my all, regardless.
But that we human, that's impossible. People get tired.
No,
People go through shit.
but women expect men to be supermen.
No, I don't. I expect you
No,
to
we
be
talking
Oh
about
no, but
human.
she does. She said it. You
yes.
doing what you supposed to do. Hey, Diamond, what you got, baby? I know you keep chiming in. What you got?
Well, I think even though she said what she said about her doing what she's supposed to do, we cannot stereotype what a relationship is and what a marriage is, because each marriage says what's comfortable for them and what they choose to deal with. So you can't say that it's your job when you at home to do XYZ. They have to set that up as a couple on what he expects from her, what she expects from him. At the end of the day, regardless of what they set up, because in the video you see whatever the hell they set up went foul. Because if it didn't go foul, it wouldn't be recorded. He wouldn't be saying what he's saying, and she wouldn't say what she's saying. As people looking in, do we think that shit was fucked up? Yes, we do. But we also have to think about, okay, even though he said for 3 months, damn dude, how long you been letting this shit go on? You know, like, is this something she always did? Or like he said, these last 3 months, now I'm asking you what's wrong. So it's like, where was the breakdown in their communication? Where was the breakdown that made her, I've been cooking, I've been doing whatever I'm not doing? Because some people, that's what they want. They want a motherfucker that can cook. They don't want nobody dealing with money. There are some households that are like that, where you stay at home. In today's society, people our age, and she's still not dealing with his finances or his money or whatever, and he's still louncing the money out. That's still happening right here today. But guess what? That's what they set up. That's what they got going on. So if that's how they set it up and that's how their relationship is, that's what it is. So you can't say that, oh, well, she ain't doing what she's supposed to do because don't no woman needs to be at home cooking and have to do this. Well, you have to do what y'all set up. Me, myself.
Okay, so what if that nigga just said, I'm gonna stay at home? Hold up. So what if that nigga said, I'm just gonna stay at home? We gonna have to figure out how bills gonna get paid. Because you know what? I wanna sit at home. Don't define me. I want to stay at home. Matter of fact, I'm taking the next 2 weeks off.
They can he can agree to that shit. I'm sure some stay at home women don't mind going to work.
So again, because it sounds good, the reality is that there are still underlying roles. Do I gotta ask for respect when I meet you? No, that's something you're taught to generally give everybody. So what some things you just now watch this. If you don't know how to make like your husband, don't get into the pain. It is just that simple. Ain't no way in hell that anybody can convince me that this dude married this chick and he thought that he was like, dang. Don't know
But
man that done that before. Don't know man that want a woman like that. That at the end of the day, where I'm busting my ass, and at the minimum, you can't make sure that I got a warm meal to put in my stomach. And we talking about what we can. That's just regular reciprocity. That's common sense. Okay, I see you been busting your butt because if I was staying at home with the kids and you come from work, so you gotta ask me to change the baby diaper. I mean, come on, man. No, you're not. You're gonna expect that when you got home, that the baby was good to go, and let's not act like women ain't crazy behind their babies. You gonna have a whole hissy fit if this little child got a bruise on him, shitty ass diaper, ain't nothing been washed of the babies, not adults. So, because basically what you're saying is if the roles were reversed and the man was taking care of a child, you ain't tripping because at the end of the day, everybody set their own boundaries, and that nigga could be like, well, mine ain't really changing diapers. Like, I'm gonna give you an example. We know in this home, my daddy, he ain't changing no baby diapers. Matter of fact, you can't even hang with my daddy until you able to go to the bathroom. That's law. That's law. Because my daddy did already made it known. Listen, I ain't one to change diapers. But when you able to walk and can go to the bathroom, you can hang with Pawpaw. Until then, I'm good. So again, we when we have these relationship topics, which I love to have them because I know people who come back and watch it, they go probably feel one way or other back with everybody. But it's always no, there are roles to be played. Everything is not that fluid in a marriage. When you get married, you go to the altar as a woman saying, at bare minimum, I'm going to give you what's on that paper. I said it before, bare minimum. That's what you expected to do. I literally got on a nurse. I didn't get on a nurse, but I had to explain to one of my son's nurses, their supervisor. So apparently, now watch this. So apparently one day, it was about a couple of weeks ago, we got that cold weather front came through. So one day, Zachariah and Brock, you can attest, Zachariah get to walking around, he excited, just moving. So I say, well, hey, has Zachariah been outside? She said, no, I was waiting for it to get warmer. I said, well, Zachariah, he has a coat. Go on and take Zachariah outside so he can get some air. Now, first and foremost, let's think about that before I move on. She don't want to go take my son outside, which is a requirement for my son to go out and go get some sunlight, walk around, because I'm trying to wait and see if the weather is going to get warmer for me. But it ain't really about you. It was about my son. Okay, now fast forward. I talked to her supervisor. He called me out the blue because apparently that made her feel some type of way. The issue was not the fact that I wanted him to go outside. She says apparently the way she related to him was that the manner in which she felt like she was being demanded to do it. I said, how can I demand somebody to do something that is already a requirement? Like what else was I supposed to say to this young lady? Was I supposed to, hey Miss Wilson, if it's okay with you, right now while you comfortable, if you don't mind, can you go take my son outside? Really? Really? I'm supposed to ask somebody to do something that they're already required to do, that they understood and said, yes, I would do when I met you. Now watch this. Don't that sound eerily eerily close to a relationship when you sit down with somebody and you two decide to talk. And I guarantee you in that conversation, that was, well, are you go cook, clean, cook, or you go cook? You telling me, I don't know too many niggas getting with a woman and not knowing if she go cook or not. Hey, if I'm working all these hours, well, what you gonna do? Well, I'm gonna take care of the home because everybody say that. And clearly, all I'm saying is in this instance, I don't know about everybody else. I don't know about what else they had going on. What I'm saying is in that instance, she had a role to play. And for that day that this dude put in 13 hours, the least this young lady should have done was had a damn warm plate waiting in the microwave. I'm sorry, but if that is hard, if that's really that hard, come on, man. I mean, think about that. Like,
hey, I'll say this. I mean, and I get what you're saying, even with the role reversal. But to be perfectly honest, I don't even think you need to reverse the roles to see how that could work. And what I mean by that is this. I understand. Okay, you're a stay at home, and it's tiring, and you get depressed, and this, that, and the other. So, just like I think that most people would also understand, depending on your occupation, working a 13-hour day may leave you tired, and if you don't like your job, potentially depressed as well. We can all agree on that. But that being said, as a man, if I work 13 hours and I'm tired and I hate my job and I'm coming home and I'm tired and depressed, and you still expect me to protect you in that moment, guess what I'm gonna have to do? I'm gonna have to protect you. If I come home and I'm dog ass tired and you expect for me to be slanging some dick, guess what I'm gonna have to do? I'm gonna have to slang dick, even if I'm depressed and tired. Because if I don't, now I'm less than a husband and a man.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, if you're at home and you're tired and depressed, I'm supposed to understand why you can't hold up whatever I feel like I'm needing in that particular moment. So I do think that there is, in a lot of instances, some double standards there. I won't negate. I won't ignore the fact that it obviously this ain't something that was had issue from day one, because he did say what's been going on and it's been a period of time. But I do still also stand on the idea that, regardless of what's going on, we got to figure that shit out, and I still got to give you everything I got. And biting a piece of pizza and handing it to me, that ain't everything you got. That's some bullshit. That being said, let's hit this last topic, man, before we get up out of here. The infamous Chris Brown lap dance. Unless you've been under a rock, I'm sure you've heard about it. But just the highlights of it. This guy and his girlfriend went to a Chris Brown concert. And they were obviously pretty close, and she ended up being one of the people who was called from the crowd to come up on stage. So Chris Brown serenaded her a little bit, gave her a quick little old lap dance. Meanwhile, the boyfriend is recording, if I'm not mistaken. He was the one recording. And then it was over. She went back to the crowd or whatever. I'm not sure what the discussion was prior to her going on stage, if there was a discussion. But when it was all said and done, the guy ended up breaking up with the girl because she went on stage and got the lap dance from Chris Brown. So, Boss Hog, you find that video, bro?
Yeah. I'm going to make sure if I can stop it, because they got the little short clips, and you can't really rewind those. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna play what I got. Hold on. I'm gonna just start it. Let's see, here we go. Let me share it, and here we go. Okay, that's one clip. Let's see. Let's see if this one. What about this?
This man bought his girlfriend front row spots at a Chris Brown concert. She was then chosen to go on stage, and CB proceeded to give her a lap dance in front of everyone as he watched. He then decided to break up with her, and she believes she did nothing wrong. The internet is divided over this, but what do you think? This man bought his girlfriend.
All right. So just that short. So this is what we got. It's that simple.
Indeed. So yeah, that is Easy Ray. I don't know if you can hear me. Is Easy Ray there?
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, we ain't heard from my boy Easy Ray, so I'm tossing it to you, man. Tell us what you think about this whole boyfriend breaking up with his girlfriend behind the Chris Brown thing.
I'm one of them dudes who was sleeping under the rock.
Okay, so did you see the video?
No, I didn't. But just tell me real quick. Recap.
Boyfriend buys girlfriend front row tickets to see Chris Brown. She ends up getting called up on stage.
Okay.
He sings to her a little bit, gives her a lap dance, and then after the concert, boyfriend is mad about the lap dance, and then she went up there and breaks up with her.
Oh, that's stupid. That's dumb. First of all, you bought her that dumbass ticket anyway. You know what I mean? And then she's okay. I mean, damn. That's just crazy. I mean, shit. I don't see why he would be angry. I mean, she up there, she having a good time at the show. She was lucky enough to get pulled up on the stage. It ain't like he pulled her and whacked her in the face, and you know. I can't see no problem with it. I mean, I don't want her going around lap dancing every time she go to KFC or somewhere, but you know, it was Chris Brown.
All right, before we go on, what is your fascination with KFC, bro?
Really?
They don't have honey barbecue wings no more. They don't have honey barbecue wings no more. I'm on a diet anyway. I ain't even eating meat, so Kentucky Fried Chicken. Shit.
Okay, all right. I just had to ask. All right, April, tell me what you think about this situation.
He childish as fuck. I'm sorry. It's Chris fucking Brown. I wouldn't give a damn if as much as I can't stand Nicki Minaj, my husband loves Nicki Minaj, and if she called him up on the stage, I am not going to trip because at the end of the day, I'm sure he's coming home with me. And
Right.
two, I'm sure he's never going to see her or this shit ever happen again. It's a once in a lifetime. And my husband knows how much I am obsessed with Genuine. And true story, he has taken me to see Genuine, I think, 2 or 3 times, 2 times actually. And one particular time we had kind of like floor seats, I guess. And Genuine came into the aisle.
Damn, I got knocked off.
No.
Oh, hold on. No, you didn't. I think April did.
Oh,
Yeah, I think April did.
Damn, I wanted to hear this story.
right.
Shit.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you. Boy, we was all over here on pins and needles like, wait a minute.
Okay, what part did y'all not hear?
Something about him Genuine walking into the aisle or something.
Oh, okay, yeah, he walked into the aisle, and when I tell you I pushed your cousin out the fucking way like I was a 15-year-old girl in high school and ran up to Genuine, and I was so damn starstruck that I didn't even like run to grab him. I just stood there like right in front of him, and your cousin was like, don't you ever push me out the goddamn way to get to another nigga. He wasn't mad. He was tripping out. He was laughing, but he took me to see him again like a year and a half later. So, but that was stupid. That's child. I mean, and hell, I love Janet Jackson, and I'm going to see her next year. And next month. And hell, if she would have pulled my husband up on the stage, I'd be like, shit, pull me too, bitch. Fool
Right,
me
dance for
too.
both of us. Dance for us
Hey,
both.
Janet do be giving some lap dances at her concert.
Right? And
Diamond,
she done showed plenty.
Diamond, Boss Hog, I'm saving you for last. So I know where you about.
Hey, I'm
Boss,
just waiting.
hey,
I'm just
Boss
waiting.
Hog over there steaming under
Hey,
that
I'm
hat.
over
I
there
can
late.
tell.
I'm just waiting to jump in. Yeah, I'm
Diamond,
waiting.
baby, tell me what you think about this
Yeah.
situation, baby girl.
Man, that's just some stupid hoe ass shit.
Thank you.
Why would you want to? You fucking I mean, that's common shit to happen at a concert. Now, especially if you on the front damn row, you subject to get pulled up, and you already know what kind of show. So you know somebody getting a lap dance. So if you don't want your girl to get no lap dance, put in the damn bleacher seats. But you got nosebleed seats or something. Them the people that
Okay.
don't get on stage shit. But you on front row and you mad, man. That's some hoe ass, stupid, whack shit.
Probably mad Chris didn't pull him. Hell.
That nigga had on some Jinko jeans or something. There was some big ass pants, man. But either way, Boss Hog, man, the
Oh
floor is
God.
yours. Let me
Look,
know what you got.
I'm finna keep that same energy from the last segment to this one, and cause that energy that was coming from the ladies, I want to keep that going. How we know he ain't got insecure issues because she done cheated on him before? How we know that was all he might have had and that he felt disrespected? Why are we not respecting his feelings? That we will sit up here and say, well, that was a whole ass move because we don't know how their relationship is and we don't know how she been moving with him. So
Well, according
But
to
why
your
he didn't pull her back? Like, bitch, you better not go up there.
we ain't dealing with the what if, we
hold
dealing
up,
with
because I heard y'all last segment and that's why I couldn't wait
the
to know.
what up.
Hey, the real problem is he probably wanted to lap dance.
That's what I
Maybe,
said.
maybe, but why we gotta go after nigga masculinity now? Maybe.
He
But why? But if it was a
Because
problem,
he
why
got
he didn't
feelings.
pull her back?
Because he got
Again,
feelings.
exactly.
I
He got
His
too many
feelings.
feelings.
Why he didn't pull her back?
I listen to y'all.
Why
With
he didn't
y'all
pull
Hey,
her back is
hey,
the
y'all.
question.
I do. Hey, just for the record, this is not substantiated by any sort, but according to his social media feed on Twitter, he did tell her, "Hey, I don't want you to go up there," and she went anyway.
Okay,
Oh,
But
damn.
he
That's a little
filmed it.
different.
But he
With-
filmed it.
Different story.
it doesn't matter. Hold on now. So hold
To
up.
me, that
Yeah.
changes the
But why
that
would you
changes
film
the
it?
Now,
scenario.
hold on. He filmed it, and people asked
Why
him
would you
that on
film
his
it?
Twitter page, and basically what he responded to on Twitter was that it was just kind of an in the moment thing, and he's just like, you know what, maybe I'm tripping.
Like, damn,
Bullshit.
look
And
at this.
after the
Hold on.
concert, hold on, let me finish. Because I can't say whether it's bullshit or not. I'm just telling you what I saw. And according to him, after the concert, that shit just started to fester and just didn't sit right with him.
Oh,
Okay,
damn.
now. So hold up. Hold on.
So
'Cause
he
see,
had
now,
time to think about it and get mad, is
it
what
don't
you're
matter.
saying.
It don't matter. We're gonna keep that same
Essentially.
energy. We're gonna keep that same energy we had for this woman, because that's what I'm talking about. See, now the energy done shifted. Oh, now he had no issue, no reason, not a warrant. Again, it don't matter it don't matter that he recorded it, because guess what? If he like, look at this bitch, I said something to her. Here's the proof, and she went anyway. Which again, that means that she disrespected him, because if he said, "Hey, I don't want you to go up there," and you went anyway, that right there is disrespect. That's number one. Number two, again, we don't know their relationship situation. Now I'm gonna tell you something about men, because clearly women don't know, and obviously she wasn't smart enough to get from the jump. Don't give a fuck where you sit at. When we pay for shit like that, that is out of our hard-earned dollars. And I guarantee you there was no $55 seats. Listen, I got an email to Usher's residency. I'll be back in Las Vegas next week. Nigga, you know how much it is at a minimum to see him?
Yep.
$700. That's the minimum price to get in there. 700. So if I bring my chick, God damn it, and I want the best seats in the house, you better respect me. I don't care who he is. It doesn't matter if he is a if he is a celebrity, because guess what? You do know that these niggas be knocking these bitches down, right? You do know that these women who have niggas still run behind their niggas to mess with these dudes. And what's so funny is that I never thought we would have this conversation. I guarantee you. I just never thought a story would come up, because the last time I ever seen something about a story like this was Corey Holcomb did a show where a young lady, where a woman went on stage at a Keith Sweat concert. And it was the exact same thing. And I'm like, well, I'm glad we ain't had no stories that are running around, because we ain't never talked about this shit. And at the end of the day, I'm finna act like y'all. We don't know their situation. We don't know how their relationship set up. So at the end of the day, what we do know is we can go by his words. See, that's what I'm saying. That's one thing about women that y'all don't get. When we speak and say something, it is what it is. If I say I don't like it, it don't matter why I don't like it. I don't like it. The same way if you said, hey, I don't like this.
I don't like this Eastern Star.
I don't like it. It is
I gotta
what it
find
is.
one that. Oh,
But he
No
waited
means
until
no.
it went viral to get upset, and that's dumb because you filmed it. And if I didn't want my husband to go up on stage, if I didn't want my husband to go up on stage, I guarantee you I would make a whole fucking scene and shut that concert down. And I'm not filming it. So to me, I believe it's bullshit, because if he didn't get mad then, he waited until it went viral. He was looking for a reason to get mad, and when the public,
you still got
and
all
when
these excuses. You got all these excuses for these.
but but it's factual. You said it's all. You said Brock. What was your reason for him getting mad afterwards? Because it went viral.
No, he didn't say because it went viral. He said, he initially didn't want her to go up there, and he did say, "Hey, I don't want you to go." He didn't push the issue, but he did say, "I didn't want you to go." She went. He recorded it because just like, man, maybe I'm in my feelings, maybe whatever. But as the time passed, it just didn't sit well with him.
But
so
wait a minute, hold up, B. We don't have to defend that. He has every right to have feelings. It don't matter.
And he also has every right. He also has every right for those feelings to take time to, to matriculate. Everything isn't necessarily.
And at the end of the day, he has a right to change his mind. Even if that's what happened, if he changes his mind, we all have the right to change our mind when stuff happens. Now, what I didn't know is that he originally told her that he didn't want her to go. Because if you tell that person ahead of time, hey, I don't want you to do this, and that's wrong. Because that's me. I go to the strip club with my husband. I'm not tripping if he get a lap dance and we at the strip club, because we already talked about that shit when we went. You know what I'm saying? So just like I ain't tripping, don't be tripping if I get one. If I see this up, look at it, whatever, don't trip. But we already got that understanding before we get there.
And that's what
right.
But again, that's the difference. Men, what women don't get is men, we are wired differently. Now, looking at the video, because at the end of the day, I'm looking at all of this objectively. I'm not in my feelings. I'm looking at it for what it is. Now, looking at the video, it ain't as bad as some other artists are when women on. It's not.
No, because Janet, I don't see the
Janet get all up in there.
Right. Now watch this.
Janet gonna fuck around and get you divorced at the concert.
And get you pregnant at the same time.
But I've also seen women. I've also seen women artists who have tried to sing to men, and their women sit up there like, not this one. So it goes both ways. I've seen that happen. Not to hear you say to him, go on and go somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen that too.
And so what I'm saying,
I ain't seen that.
I've seen that happen. But my thing is this: it's the same thing. At the end of the day, this gentleman has feelings. It does not matter.
Alright.
It does not matter how big or small we think it is, as we just argued in the last segment. It doesn't matter.
She
What I
probably
got,
had an out of body experience and probably didn't like when Genuine came down the aisle. Shit, I
and
forgot.
typically
My
those people
husband
that
was
have out
standing
of
right
body
there and pushed
experiences
his ass
end up
out the
getting
fucking
in
way.
body experiences.
Huh?
So I say
It's,
typically what happened with women
but you,
have those out of body experiences, they end up having in body experiences.
I
Well,
doubt
I
it with
will
Chris
say
Brown.
this. I'm gonna say this though,
Come on, man.
and the irony of this situation to me is this, because I mean, you know, seeing the video to me, it really wasn't shit. All right, I'm gonna say a couple things. Number one, he said he wasn't comfortable with it. That should have been respected, but he also didn't stand on it because she still ended up going and he recorded in that moment and whatever. He didn't really stand on it, so she obviously didn't take it as seriously as he may have felt about
Mm-hmm.
it. So that's one. I'm not saying that she's right in doing that. I'm just saying that is what it is. So that's one. Two, the to call that a lap dance is it wasn't really that to
They in
me.
Dubai. They look at shit differently. That was in Dubai. So you know they
Yeah,
don't.
yeah, that's true.
You get
Yeah,
what
so
I'm
you
saying?
can't just really get it in. But
Yeah,
and now I'm not saying how he should feel. I'm just talking about B
right.
Rock and my feelings towards it. So lap that, whatever. And like I said, that nigga had on some goddamn Jinko jeans. It wasn't like that nigga had on skinny. It looked like he had on four, 5 layers. She didn't feel shit no way.
Okay.
But-
And
so there's that. And ironically enough, I know he, you know, if he was in his feelings and oh man, groupies get ran through by Chris Brown and whatever celebrity all the time. He by him tripping about this, he might have increased the likelihood of Chris Brown smashing that he ever would have had he just been
Mm-hmm.
cool about it. Because now Chris Brown probably know who this chick is. Before that,
Mm-hmm.
she was just some chick who got the lap dance at the concert.
Exactly.
but
So
typically, watch this. Typically, artists that do that, they are when they're doing that showing a I want the word I'm gonna use power in that instance because I have the power to bring up your bro. It don't matter. I got that. If I say hey come, she done came. Because a woman that would have had any type of respect, it doesn't matter how nice it would have been, soft it is. She would have been riding with her nigga. I'm good. Thank you. I appreciate you, for the gesture, but I'm good. I'm straight. Because
I could agree with you on that with some women, not all.
right, that's why I
Um,
said
and
some women that
but that say I can't sit here and necessarily say that don't mean that woman don't necessarily ride for her dude. But
Mm-hmm.
I can't say yes or no to that. What I
no, what
will
I'm
say,
speaking of, what I'm
what I
saying,
can speak
let me
on, I
clear
can
this.
speak on my wife. I can speak
What
on
I'm
my
saying,
wife in particular.
let me
My
speak
wife
for
wouldn't have done
riding.
it.
What I mean riding, I mean respect.
Gotcha.
I respect my dude enough that I don't even want to put myself in that situation. Because we can talk about it all day. Listen, I done traveled all up around this country. I ain't got to tell y'all who I done smashed. I can guarantee you I done been through Atlanta enough that I done met celebrities. I used to hint at the shit back 12 years ago. I've been on Facebook 13. So don't think because you just some old average ass nigga that you can't knock off these old regular everyday celebrity ass folks that you catch out and about if you just happen to be at the right place and right time. And I'm not talking about a club.
So
I'm
is it is it just male ego? Because that's basically what it
I think
sounds
it would
like.
no, because I think it would be female
But
ego too. I'm
no,
gonna
because
use
I'd
her.
have
I'm
been
gonna use.
excited. As much as I don't like Nicki Minaj, I would have been excited because it's like, oh, look at
Hold
my
on.
man getting a lap
I
dance.
hear you. I hear you, and you and my cousin, y'all got a different type of relationship than most. But I would also say that there's probably a number of females. If the roles were reversed, let's say your situation specifically, and we'll use Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj walks into the crowd, and random dude pushes his chick out the way to get to Nicki. That nigga might catch a shoe to the back of the head. Your average dude your average chick ain't going for that.
Right. It's just not gonna happen.
You
Listen,
know,
man.
now
It's
you
not gonna
like I
happen.
said, you and my cousin's relationship is different. And in that particular situation, as far as like what Boss Hall's talking about, I can't speak on nobody else's situation. I can speak on mine. And even without me voicing whether, like for me, if me and my wife were at the concert and Chris Brown called my wife up on stage, now me personally, it's a concert. We first row. That shit happens. I genuinely wouldn't give a fuck. I'm not sitting here thinking that whatever. You know, it's part of your show. She gonna go up there, do the thing, come around backstage and be going home with me. I'm not really tripping about it. However, my wife probably wouldn't go anyway, even without me.
Mhm.
I wouldn't have to say anything. My wife just be like, "Nah, I'm good."
That is my whole point. If y'all have a relationship that again, what's understood don't need to be said. And
Right, it wouldn't. A conversation wouldn't even
that's
happen.
what I'm saying.
But it's different strokes for different folks,
Yeah,
and I
now
get that. This situation, I think,
it's a learning
his
experience.
yeah, for all parties involved.
Now hold up. Now watch this. Okay, now let's be adult. Because again, I'm not giving a fuck one other. I'm not giving you me. I'm giving you just everything around it. Now, on some adult shit, it's a learning moment if he stayed with her. The same way when a nigga meet a chick and he's trying to feel her out. Let me see her little mannerism. Let me see if she got some wandering eye. Let me see if this and let me see if that. And women do the same thing with men too. You say, okay, all right, that was that one time. Then you go back, okay, let's talk about that. What's that word, that new word? It ain't a new word, but people like to use it. Let's analyze and decompress this and
let's unpack it.
Let's unpack it, right? Okay, so let's unpack this. Let me tell you, moving forward, if this ever happen again, this is where I stand with this. Okay, now you see what your woman on. She either gonna respect it, and it never happen again, or you go find out who she really is. Now, it might seem small. My point is, let's not, because we talking celebrities, like these celebrities are not knocking down these. I can go to a regular motherfucking comedy show in Arlington, and them same niggas that be talking on stage, they come out, they hang out, they knocking down folks when they come through, and they knocking down some chicks do, some dude's shit. They brag about it. So let's throw this whole, just because they're a celebrity, I can assure you, on my children, that don't mean shit. That's what we look at. Oh, that's a celebrity. Oh, they're in the spotlight. But at the end of the day, when you meet these folks out in real life, they're just regular, average, everyday people. That's just really what that is. So again, what I now, okay, because I'm presenting three different things. His side, because I was wondering if we were gonna keep the same energy. What should happen is, hey, let's talk about this. Now, let me tell you what I do with no. First of all, just like you, Brock, what's understood ain't gonna need to be said, because I already know who I'm talking to. They're not even going to even entertain that. Just because if you move a certain way, your woman already is going to realize after how long, this is how my nigga move. So regardless of what how it's established, that ain't me. Brock confident enough to say my wife wouldn't do it, because he know who he has. He already know what it is. She knows what it is. And you can go on and on. Would I get mad? Nah, looking at that video, I mean, it could have been worse. It could have been way worse than that little hit and keep it moving. I wouldn't have done anything. But what I would say is this, because I just believe what's good for the goose is good for the gander. God damn it, if I give you going on the stage You best believe we finna go somewhere where I can get on the
That
stage.
was what I was gonna say. If he was a chess player, the after party for the concert should have been the strip
Listen,
club.
you damn right. You
And
damn,
that's a fair trade.
and that's what I'm
Cause
saying.
I got to see my favorite artist and you got to
Best,
see your favorite
best
ass.
believe.
So
Matter of fact, because see a attractive woman, especially if she bad and a nigga that don't mind calling up women, women that are with dudes. Okay, now guess what? When we go do our shit, I want VIP. I want to meet the artists. We going backstage. Y'all better go look at them pictures when I was married. When nigga went to go see Toby the Wiggy with that whole thing, nigga, that shit said VIP. I want to meet the artists. I want to go behind the scenes. I don't want to just go to the concert. I'm gonna get mine. I'm gonna say, okay, baby, you had your moment. Now I'm looking for the list. I love me some Rihanna, Sierra. I can go down the list. Erica Badu. I can go down the list. I better get my feel. And I ain't saying that somebody gotta
see,
dance.
my husband love
I
Erica
better get my
Badu.
I better get that same excitement that you had when you was up on stage. I want that same energy. I want and I don't want to hear nothing. Don't hear no complaining. Don't no, I'm gonna say I didn't say nothing when you was up there. I was just looking because I knew my time was coming. So again, it's my thing is with all of this, it's just not as simple as well, he should have. Well, no, because he had feelings. I don't know. And to tell the truth is, if y'all wouldn't have never shared the story, hell, I wouldn't have even known nothing about it because it never ran across me. But since it did, I have to say there's a reason why out of I was 2 out of 5 black people to be chosen to be on a grand jury. It was me and a black man, the only men of color on a grand jury. There's a reason why. You can't be there's a reason you can't be on juries, grand juries with a bias. You can't. You have to be able to look at a thing for what it is and remove yourself from it and just speak to that thing. If somebody asks you, just speak. That's why I said a lot of time when I'm talking, I ain't even really giving you what the fuck I think. I'm just really talking from a whole collective of everything that I've gathered on the situation. Like so, it's we have to, and I say that to people that are watching. You know, it's always my hope that people are broadening their minds, and because that's why I like having 6 people. Because I don't expect for all of us to fucking agree with everything. Because I don't want that shit to happen. That way, everybody can say, okay, I got April, I got B, I got Easy, I got Diamond. That goddamn boss hog, that nigga always go try to run somebody's blood pressure up. Because that's the way it's supposed to be. But overall, people should be objective and not go into something with a bias. Over there in Dubai, you would go to jail for sexual, So Chris had to be
Yeah,
nice.
if he'd
He
have
had
gave up
to.
one more pump.
He would have ended up in jail. Nigga, they don't play behind that. You get what I'm saying? Now, let's say let's say we was over here in the States. That shit could have looked way different, way different. I salute the guy because he didn't go off. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm sure if he was hot at the concert, he just know, well, damn. I mean, you over there in Dubai,
Yeah, he
you
ain't
ain't,
trying to get locked up abroad.
yeah, you ain't, you're not. They're not as westernized as people think. They still got rules to the game over there. So, like I said, me personally, it would have been okay. You had your moment. That would have been me. I gotta have mine. I let you have your experience. Cause see now, I don't know. I wanna. You might be thinking about the nigga when you go to sleep. I don't know. But guess what? I want you to be wondering if I'm thinking about that broad when you go take me to the hour. You follow what I'm saying? So listen, man, that's my little old 2 thoughts on it. B, I'm gonna give it back to you.
Indeed, that's what's up, man. Hey, y'all, that is our show this evening. And we really, really appreciate y'all tuning in. Like always, it's been a hell of a conversation. Before we get out of here, I want to throw it to the co-host, Diamond. Baby, tell the people how they can reach you.
This is Diamond. You can reach me on Facebook at Yolanda Diamond Jones. I am on Instagram at Yolo Expressions because expressing myself is exactly what I do.
Already.
Indeed, indeed. Good to
Already.
have
I
you back,
see.
love. Good to
Yes,
have you
good to have
back.
you back.
Is April back on? I know she chimed out for a quick second. I don't know if
Now
she's
she
back
ain't
on.
popped back in yet.
Okay, Easy Ray, man. Tell the people what's up and how they can get at you.
Hey, you can reach me on Facebook at Raymond Wilson. I don't know. One Love Charitable Foundation, because we always doing stuff in the community. I got Instagram and all of that other stuff, but I hardly ever use it. But for y'all, I'm going to go ahead and try to hook all of that stuff up so I can remember, because I don't have witty things to say like Diamond and them. I don't have all of that. I make shirts. I chase women. The usual stuff that men do. My wife's looking at me like I'm crazy right now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have a good one.
Indeed, indeed. Hey, and y'all also make sure y'all go on Sugar Daddies Anonymous. Easy Ray is on there too.
Oh God.
Exactly.
Boss Hog, man, tell the people where they can find you and also give them my social media handles and where they can find us.
Okay, listen. Again, I am Boss Hog. I love giving my AKAs now because I'm collecting a lot of them. AKA Mr. Bowtie Bandit. Because everybody that know me know I love having a dope ass bow tie. AKA Big Red. Uh, again, I went to the doctor today. And I got on the scale. I'm 188, and I'm just slowly creeping to that 200. I said I'm a bottom out at 200, and I went back to dyeing my hair red, so AKA Big Red, cause now your boy heavy. I'm a heavyweight now, and I'm rocking my red hair again. You can find me on my social media pages. Um, at Hayes Who, HAYESWHO, Facebook, at Hayes Who, Instagram, the same thing. I don't want to give out my Twitter because I got like 2 Twitters up, and I hate I did that. They finally unblocked me from Twitter after 3 months, and I think they only did that shit so they wouldn't have to give me my blue check. But so a nigga had to start our way over. So I gotta find out which one I'm going to use on a regular basis. Now, please follow us and like us on all our social media sites. You have the Petty Crew Facebook, that is our main, where you really will see us post a lot. That's where we started on Facebook. We have Twitter, the Petty Crew One. I try to throw some tweets, here and there. If I post something from on the Petty Crew page. Then we have Instagram, the Petty Crew. I'm happy to announce what's his name, Mark Zuckerberg, then gave a brother a blue check mark. So we are verified on that. And we are qualified for the regular The Petty Crew page, and I'm qualified to get my check. And as I was telling my co-host before the show started, we got our blue check, and I screwed it up in less than 45 minutes. So I literally we have to wait now for damn near probably about a couple of weeks before I'm able to go back in there and try to get verified again. Oh, we see our girl is back on, so I guess we gonna give it to April O'Neil for the last words.
Again, it was a nice night. Good conversation.
Yeah,
I may not get a lap dance, but shit, I'm gonna get a hug if Genuine bring his ass out in that alley again. Cause I'll send y'all the video. I just froze and started screaming.
oh Lord.
Y'all don't know. I was obsessed with Genuine from the
No,
first day.
I'm
After
sure.
Pac died, after Tupac died, that was my backup. That's the only light skinned man I ever loved.
April, I believe you. I really do believe your ass. Really.
Wow.
But no,
Wow.
thank y'all. It was a good show. Thank y'all for the birthday wishes.
Yes.
Glad to be turning 21 for the 16th year in a row.
Okay.
Tell them where they can find you, baby.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, on Facebook, April O'Neil. You can find me. That's it.
That's what's.
I was
Hey,
like,
and
damn, that was
y'all go find my girl on Facebook. She gonna post her cash app so y'all can hit her up with some birthday love.
yeah.
Okay, I accept dollar EBT. You know, EBT. I accept EBT.
You done missed out on EBT, baby. It's what the 6th. That money gone.
Some people get it on the 11th. Some people get it on the 11th.
Dang. Okay.
Oh damn, man.
Okay.
Hey, I'm gonna piggyback on them AKAs for as far as people. A couple people that hit me up in my inbox talking about what happened to the Mad Hatter. Hey, please don't sleep. Understand and believe. Your boy right here. I got some hats for you.
Yeah.
So
Oh, and I got some
don't
too. Shoot.
don't get it twisted. The Mad Hatter still lives. I'm just chilling right now. But
Yeah.
all of that being said, you can hit me on all social media platforms at Brock is great. Continue to reach out to myself as well as as well as the rest of our co-hosts. Hit us up on all our social media platforms. I am B Rock. We are the Petty Crew. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Until next week, we'll holler at y'all. Peace.